What are the best markets to trade? Well, as you well know, if you are even complete novice and beginner in trading, you know that there is cryptocurrency markets, currency markets, commodity markets, bond markets, stocks and stock indices. And question is, which is really best for you to trade? Well, actually, I cannot say that there is one single answer for it because, as it always happens, it depends. And there are actually many questions that you have to ask before everything. For instance, you have some subjective preferences. I would probably say yes, because if you are like in crypto market, for instance, the chances is that this was the first market that you saw. It's not the best, but it was the market that got you into trading, and you are trading because you see that there is like probably high rises with Bitcoin prices in like 2017 and 2018 or in 2021, and you got simply hooked for it. But that doesn't necessarily mean this is a better market. You simply like it market because you are emotionally attached to this market, and you are probably seeing that this market is going to get higher because you simply want to justify your position and your beliefs, not because it's fact of the life. And I'm not going to judge you because this is kind of that's how our mind works, and we simply cannot help it. And actually, I was kind of similar myself, but I simply started to trade way before crypto markets even existed. I for instance, got hooked into forex market by similar reasons because I saw that there is a high leverage, and you could easily make a lot of money if you use this leverage correctly. Of course, it wasn't as simple as that, but that was the way how I looked at it. And you simply have similar experience as well. But what's my point here? My point here is that we are seeing markets that we like, but not the best markets, because for one market that you say that there is, which is good, there are dozens and dozens of counter examples where there's unknown markets which are performing way better, or markets that you know but you have simply overstepped. Let me give you a couple of examples. For instance, let's see. We have these large stocks, which is, for instance, NVIDIA and Apple. And I just actually showed them and chose them because they look cool and they have very good examples of how to trade. For instance, we could see that in the last couple of years, NVIDIA had made phenomenal gains and went from 10 to $130 in 1 year. I have told this in my previous videos, and you might sell that, but you have this idea. We have phenomenal rise in NVIDIA, and we had decent rises in companies as in Apple as well. For instance, from 2020, it has risen over 5 times. That's pretty impressive. For instance, we have like 40 price of 40 in like January 2019, and now we have it for almost 240, which is almost 6 times rise. And here we had almost more than 10 times rise in a couple of years from September 2022 to summer of 2044. And why I'm saying you this? Because you probably might be thinking that Bitcoin is the best performing asset and whatnot. And true, in like 2016 to 2017 to 2018, it had phenomenal rise. But if we compare, for instance, Bitcoin with the same time frame that we had, in the same time period that we had with NVIDIA, actually, NVIDIA was way better performer than Bitcoin since late 2022 to summer of 2024, because, well, Bitcoin has risen for like 7 times 75, oh, excuse me, nearly 5 times from early 2022. Then Nvidia was more than tenfold gainer. And same with Apple. Yes, Apple was like 5 times riser from 2019. And actually, from the same time period, Bitcoin was slightly better, but it had way more volatility, because if you compare these levels where Bitcoin was around like 10,000 into like late 2019, 2020, it shook with seven. It went off sevenfold in just 1 year, but then it made it all the way back to 16,000 and then went it all again up until 71,000. This is how Bitcoin works. It's simply extremely volatile and its risk adjusted return is nowhere near Apple's. But my point here is that you might have liked Bitcoin because it had crazy gains, but this is not only asset which had similar gains in today's time period, because here is the thing, you have to be objective with these views and how you see those markets. You might like one market, but by liking one market and clinching only on Bitcoin, you could miss opportunities that you saw in NVIDIA stock. You could see, yes, Bitcoin is the best market. I will buy Bitcoin at 16,000. But if you done the same conclusions with NVIDIA, you could make more than twice your money. And NVIDIA is a company that actually has profit. Bitcoin is extremely volatile assets. So there are pros and cons everywhere. But I'm just saying you, not because that fact that you like crypto doesn't mean it's the best performing asset class today. It had its day, no questions about it. Facts are facts. We all have seen all these phenomenal gains in 2014, 15, 16, 17. But since it's now rather mature risk asset, it doesn't perform that better than stocks if stock market is good. And for people who are saying that this is very good hedge against inflation, remember that gold actually in today's world is having its all-time high prices. So gold actually is pretty boring asset, but it holds its name really well because it stands flat. It stands flat regardless of wars in Ukraine, wars in Middle East, COVID, inflation, central bank changes, monetary changes within central banks. Gold take this all into consideration and stays flat and steadily rises. And this you have to have if you want to have hedge against inflation. So if you want to make money, actually crypto assets are not performing that much better than largest stocks. And if you want to have hedge against inflation, gold is not that worse either. But of course, it wouldn't make nearly as much money as other assets with when the bull market is high, but still you see this, you see how it performed and how much opportunities it had when it had to stand its ground. So it stand its ground and it held its prices high, and this is what you need when you have to have gold in your pocket. So that's my point here, and I'm not even considering all other major assets in commodity markets which has made spectacular gains, and you simply probably were missing them, like I don't know, cocoa market, like natural gas market when war started, and many other markets which provided tremendous opportunities. So what I'm saying here, there are many markets with endless opportunities, but you simply have to look wider. You simply have to look beyond one or two markets that you already know, and you have to understand how they are working together. So, and this is where money making opportunities are, by looking with broad amount of markets and by many opportunities. Because here is all another hint how you could actually multiply your money. If you are trading crypto, do not look how much Bitcoin has gained, but see also how much Bitcoin has lost within the bear market, because probably by going short Bitcoin, you could make more money than by going long by it, or in other words, you could bet and at the price decline of Bitcoin more profitably than as for the than only to price rise. And this is another element with trading. Do not look this way. Do not simply think how high Bitcoin could go, but if the Bitcoin will fall, use it as a money making opportunity to double or triple your income when everyone else is losing it. This is how to make money if you are a sharp trader. So don't be ignorant trader. Do not hope for simply one crypto asset to rise in its value. Look broader at different asset classes, and even if you are crypto guy and you like crypto markets, make money when crypto is falling, because everyone else will be losing money and that will be your profit opportunity. So be open-minded, look at everything you have and make them as a money making opportunities. This is how we are going to make money in trading.